Hi everyone and welcome to today's morning report on Wednesday the 9th of December with the Move Rich Perry Market Analyst at Hantech Markets. European trading sessions got off to a fairly solid start. Equities were slightly higher at the open, although they have pared back some of those gains and actually now trading slightly lower. But the support has basically come in on the back of the oil price. Basically, the markets have been trading on sentiment-wise through the oil price and the continued decline in commodity prices. In the last couple of weeks, the oil price has fallen dramatically, and that has certainly put the wind up the bulls on the markets, and certainly equity markets suffered quite significantly yesterday. And we saw that we've seen WTI falling below that crucial August low. That takes it to 6-year lows on the oil price. But a slight rebound today, and that's helped to settle the nerves slightly. But how long can it really last? The fundamentals, both supply side and demand side, are very negative on oil, and it's you'd imagine that any rebounds are going to be seen as a chance to sell. So you could see further downside pressure, and that could well hit on equity markets once again as we move on. Now, in terms of the dollar in forex markets, well, we had this little rally that we saw on the dollar last 2 or 3 days, but that's starting to drop away again today. So we're seeing the euro find strength, we're seeing the pound find a bit of support as well, and the yen. That yen has also strengthened on the back of better than expected Japanese machinery orders. And we're seeing the trade-weighted dollar come back as a result. Now this evening we've also got the RBNZ. Let me just show you the RBNZ rates decision. Now that in the middle of the summer they cut rates 3 times in 3 months. They haven't. The last time they cut was back in September, and they are expected actually to cut again today by 25 basis points to 2.5%. So the Kiwi is certainly an underperformer against the forex majors today. So bear that in mind. But also this afternoon we've got the US oil inventories. Again, this could have an impact on the oil price. Now the oil inventories have shown a growth in oil stocks over the past 8-10 weeks really, and it'll be very interesting to see if that continues to remain the case. So 0.2 million barrels is the expectation there, so very slight gain in oil inventories expected, but certainly that isn't necessarily helping the oil price, which continues to basically remain on this bear trend. So that takes me to my chart of the day. Now, interesting that I've seen the euro finding support against the dollar above 108.10. Similar sort of story against the yen actually. 108.10 pretty much equates to that 133 old key support that was intact throughout the middle of 2015. That broke down as the expectation of further extension of quantitative easing came through from the ECB, but that short squeeze, that big short rally, short covering rally, I should say, on the euro has jumped back through that key 133 level. That is now, I think, the basis of support, as it is 108.10 on the euro dollar, 133, I think, on euro yen is the key level, and that seems to be building support now above that level. Interesting that we're seeing a bit of a consolidation. We saw the euro yen just sort of building, moving above sort of the 60 to 65 level, which is where the selling pressure tends to have been returning in the last sort of 6 months or so. So it'll be interesting to see if the euro yen can continue to improve. Now, I've drawn in here this downtrend channel on euro yen. We've got a pretty good well-defined downtrend channel actually, and just basically rallied straight to the top of it. 34. I'm saying 34.50 because that there or thereabouts was the top of that trend channel, and also the resistance in place. So we're seeing a little minor consolidation. Pretty in the days since this rally, we've seen some mixed candles, small bodies and long tails would suggest consolidation, but uncertainty as well. However, we are seeing this move that is supported above 133 figure. So we're seeing this move here on the hourly chart. The correction, sort of came back to find support. The 133.25 was the reaction low. If I can get my crosshair on it, there you go, 33.25. And we've started to see a minor recovery as well. So you could well see, if the euro does start to regain a bit of upside, we could see a test of this minor consolidation high, which, as I said, comes in around that 34.50 mark, which would ultimately, if that were to break to the upside, that would give you a range breakout of around about 150 ticks. So move back towards sort of 136 area, and 136 is not too far off a test of the this 137 level, which, as I said, throughout the middle of the year was sort of again a pivot level, 137. So we could see if it does break out above 134.50 and move back towards that 137 level, and that would certainly take the RSI positive again. So momentum would become increasingly strong, but at the moment you're still sort of trying to see if the RSI can build above that 65 level, and at the moment it's just sort of consolidating that move. So interesting times on the euro yen, and it could also have implications for euro dollar as well, so watch this space. So I wish you good luck in your trading on euro yen today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.